farmers with information about peanut production, legislative issues, marketing, and promotions. The conference is presented by the Southern Peanut Farmers Federation. Visit southernpeanutfarmers.org for more information.
10 years ago, the California Avocado Commission first observed June as the official California Avocado Month. They continue the tradition this year. Avocados are grown by about 3,000 California growers, primarily with groves from San Diego to Monterey. The California Avocado Commission was created in 1978 to enhance the premium positioning of California avocados through advertising promotion and public relations. Avocados first came to the U.S. from Mexico and Central and South America and were planted in Florida in 1833, then in California in 1856. According to the USDA, California now accounts for the majority of U.S. avocado production, followed by Florida and Hawaii. The total value of U.S. avocado production was $426 million in 2020. The total number of acres in production in the U.S., just over 52,700. I'm Sabrina Halverson for the Southeast AgNet.
While we may disagree a lot, we do agree Rural King's our favorite place for pets.
Like cats, all the toys and treats and the fun little beds.
I like the dog section, the food, the chewies. Oh, pig ears.
Of course you choose the Easy Pet.
Right, because your cats are so warm and loyal.
I hope the doghouse is warm tonight.
It's never warm.
No, it's not. Can I help you?
Yeah,
catnip.
Rawhide?
Catnip.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be rather cloudy with a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the afternoon. High today 89 to 91. Then look for a thunder shower in spots early in the evening. Otherwise partly cloudy. Low 72 to 76. Thursday will be partly sunny. High on Thursday 88 to 90. Thunderstorm in spots Friday afternoon with a high of 86 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. You know, we just finished with a round of high school graduations here in Marion County. And that's a huge milestone for students and their families. It often comes, though, with a set of responsibilities that are brand new, whether it's preparing to go to their summer job, preparing to go to college to go further their education, or some people just starting a career. Finances are going to play a major role regardless of what your post-grad plans are. Believe me, I wish I'd have known that when I was 18. While many students may be savvy savers by now, recent grads often juggle with learning about money while getting their first taste of independence. Based on research conducted by Chase, today's teens are tuned in. 71% of students believe financial literacy is important now they're in college. 93% of teens say they need financial literacy skills to help them achieve their life goals. Not surprisingly, 97% of their parents agree with that. Today, we're joined by Matt Gromada. He is the head of family, student, and starter banking for Chase to talk about this transition from really childhood to adulthood. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Thanks for having us.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that this is really, when you graduate from high school, you turn 18, you're going off to college, or you're starting a career or something like that. It's really the threshold that you cross over from childhood to adulthood, and you no longer have the way you manage your allowance is no longer effective. What are some of the things that you see 18 and 19-year-old kids are faced with when they get out with their independence for the first time?
Yeah, the best part of my job is talking to those folks. And what we hear a lot is, well, gosh, I don't need to worry about my money right now because I don't have enough to worry about. Or I will worry about that when I am older. And the fact is, it is never too early to start thinking about this and developing those habits that I should have had when I was that age. So here I am. I got to help folks not make the mistakes I had. So here are 3 simple things. Ready? 3 things. 1, make sure you have a bank account that is right for you. As it happens at Chase, we have a college checking account. We have great accounts if you are starting that first career. We have it for you, but make sure you have a bank account that's right for you if you're in high school, etc. Number 1. 2, those habits around saving and spending mindfully are so important, both sides of that equation, right? And so developing a habit around saving, so critical. And third thing, the customers I talk to, the folks I talk to who are in college or in those ages, have mobile phones practically at the end of their hands all the time. So mobile tools are also really important. Make sure that your bank has great mobile tools. So what am I talking about? I am talking about the ability to track your spending, to set a savings goal, maybe to set a budget, maybe to keep track of your credit, right? Now, we at Chase have all of that stuff, but that's really important. So those are the big 3. Make sure you have a bank account that works, start those habits early, and make sure you have mobile tools right at the end of your hand.
How, now that, when I ask a 17, 18, 19-year-old, I go, so, you balance your checkbook using your check registry, and they laugh at me going, what's a check registry? But there's a digital version of that. How has technology actually made the balancing or the keeping track of what is in your accounts versus what's not in your accounts much easier than it was when I had to, find all the checks that were sent back to me, mark them off in my book, make sure what had cleared, subtract it with a calculator, write it down in the book. It was a tedious process. How has technology made that where it's a much easier process?
And I'm with you, right? It has made it easy because you don't have to keep track of all that stuff in the same way. It's all right there in the app. Because the question that people often, I'll say struggle with, because that's the word they use, is how much money do I have to spend right now? Or how do I put money away really easily? So let me answer those 2 questions, right? Digital tools make it so easy to stay on top of how much money you have and what you've spent. Make sure that all looks right. You don't have to do any math. We did it for you, right? And the other piece is the savings piece. So let me give you an example of a tool that I love. Makes it so easy to save without having to do much. At Chase, we call it autosave, but it exists other places. Essentially, it's this. It's a tool you set up once. When you get paid, a certain amount of money or a percentage goes into your savings account. Automatically, every time you set it and forget it, you never have to think about it. Right? That's not something that existed when I was a kid, when I had to think about, oh, shoot, I have to go move money, I have to go to the bank, all that stuff. We do it for you. So easy.
Yeah, you had to. I remember when you had to go fill out your savings account slip. You had to write it down. You had to move money into your savings. Now, I know every Thursday morning I'm going to get a little email, and I'm going to get an email in my email box that says your Wednesday transfer of $50 has occurred. Because I set it up 4 years ago, that every Wednesday night at midnight when you change over next day business, $50 is taken out of my primary checking account and moved into my savings account. And then, lo and behold, every July when it comes vacation time, look at there's 52 weeks of $50 being saved.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? That's awesome when you're saving for a vacation or something fun, but, occasionally bad stuff happens and you have to pay for something you didn't expect. That same habit you develop, that $50 a week, and by the way, it could be $1, $2, $25, whatever you can do, right? If, it helps you save for something you really want, and if, something comes along your way, you're not, in the hole when you need to spend that money.
Are kids, when they get out on their own, are you seeing that the first year or so when they're getting their bank accounts and they're getting their, we used to, in college, we got inundated with the credit card offers. That's what we got inundated with. Sure, you have no job, you're in college, you have no means of support. Go ahead, get $3,000-$4,000 worth of credit. Go ahead. Are you seeing that the industry has changed to now where they are there to support the new grads that are coming out instead of just trying to, I'll say it, 30 years ago, the industry tried to take advantage of the ignorance of the children. And it looks like now, through work that you're doing at Chase and other banks, that they're looking like they're trying to help instead of hinder.
I think that really is true across the industry, but I can really only speak about what we do at Chase, which is, number one, putting our customers first, whether that's in our banking business or our credit card business, right? The needs of our customers come first. And we've learned that, folks who are getting their first adult job, they're independent, we want to make sure they have a great foundation with the right bank account, and if they want credit, right, we'll have a great product for them, but it's all about being mindful and having the tools at your fingertips to stay on top of it so nobody gets in the hole. Everyone, we set you up for lifelong success at Chase. That's what we do.
Yeah, I think sometimes people think that banks just want you to pay NSF charges. That's never a bank's desire to have you pay NSF charges.
Definitely not. In fact, last year, we added a $50 buffer, and 2 million customers have saved money because of it. Because we all know there are times where, you make a payment and you thought you had the money, you didn't quite have the money. Now, anybody who does that with Chase, under $50, they don't have to pay that fee. That's a huge win.
Well, getting out to the world with all the tools available to you makes it so much easier than when at 18, my mom was like, well, you'll figure it out. You'll learn you'll bounce a couple checks. You'll learn the lesson of what that takes to do and everything. So figure it out. And I didn't have the ability to have a banker or a bank that would be right behind me and support me at 18 and try to help me not, fall over those hurdles. Instead, help me get over those hurdles. So this is something that I think every family and every teenager should take advantage of. And kudos to you and Chase for what you're doing to try to bring back some customer service to an industry that for a long time, a lot of people said that didn't exist.
Well, thank you for saying that. We have tens of thousands of bankers at 4,700 branches who want to help families, who want to help these kids get set up for success, want to make sure that they have the tools and the education, right? And we want to help parents too.
Well, we know they can go into local branches and find out more information, but if they wanted to go to a website or something to find out more information, where could they go?
They can go to chase.com/family-banking. Chase.com/family-banking.
Matt Gromada, thanks so much for taking time out with us today.
Tom, thank you so much.
Yep. We'll be back after this timeout on Ocala's Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity, and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
People here are raving about QC Kinetics and how regenerative medicine has changed their life. People like Helen, an avid mountain climber who got sidelined when an accident left her knees in constant pain.
I was not able to train or do really anything on my knee.
Helen was told surgery would be her only option. But then she found QC Kinetics and was treated with natural biologics designed to repair and restore tissue in her knees. 3 months later, she was climbing the highest mountain in North America.
I got a very quick resolution to my pain. I began treatment in March, and I summited Denali June the 7th. It was super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
Get your life back with lasting results. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. 352-400-4550.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. I've had a series of emails of people asking me, would you please go back and revisit the emergency numbers and websites in case of emergency for Marion County and the city of Ocala, Denellen, and Bellevue. So I'll give you those real quick one more time. If you have an electricity problem during an emergency, the city of Ocala can be reached at ocalaelectric.org. Seco Energy can be reached at secoenergy.com. Duke Energy can be reached at duke-energy.com/home. The Withlacoochee River Electric can be reached at wrec.net. And Clay Electric can be reached at clayelectric.com. Those are the websites for all the electrical. And on those websites, you'll find the contact numbers to call if you want to report outages and stuff. To report road floodings and that kind of stuff, you can call Marion County at 352-671-8686. The city of Ocala's number for that is 352-629-CITY or 352-629-2489. The city of Bellevue's number is 352-245-7021. And the city of Denellen is 352-465-8590. If you want to reach, if it's a non-emergency, if it's always an emergency, call 911. But for non-emergencies, the Marion County Sheriff's Office, you can contact them at 352-732-9999. 9111. City of Ocala Police Department is 352-369-7070. The Bellevue Police Department is 352-245-7044. That's daytime only. At night, call the Marion County Sheriff's Office line. And in Denellen Police, it's 352-465-8510. Again, Denellen Police, 352-465-8510. And as always, the public information lines where you can get the best information about emergencies, storm-related and all during hurricane season. The Marion County Emergency Management Office is at 352-369-7500. FEMA is 1-800-621-3362. And always for social service assistance, you can just dial 211 and find assistance there. But, you know, a lot of times you think you know where to go, Natalie, to find information about storms and shelters open and where you go to report your lights being out and everything. But then when it comes time, you don't have that information and your computers are turned off because the lights are out and everything.
Yeah.
So, again, if you need this information, you can email me, Tom at WOCA, and I'll send you a copy of all the numbers and everything. But I suggest writing them down. Put them on your refrigerator with the little magnet or something, so you know. Put them in a place where everybody knows where they're located. Well, Tom, if the lights are out, how are we going to use our phone? Okay, go out to your car or truck and charge your phone that way, smart people.
Yeah.
Don't Don Browning it. Charge your phone.
Or have a battery backup.
Yeah, you know, one of those. So, but those are all the information numbers and areas you need. Now, there are some helpful websites. You can go to floridadisaster.org. That's a helpful website. You can go to NOAA's website at noaa.gov. You can go to the National Hurricane Center's website at nhc.noaa.gov. You can go to the Florida Department of Financial Services. You know, that's the people you say, hey, yesterday got was $4.85 a gallon. Today it's no, you can't do that right now, folks. You can't call for gas gouging right now. You can't do that. But that's where you would call to, you know, hotel, motel gouging, price gouging, gas. Although I would call them right now and say, look, gas prices are about $5 a gallon. Somebody's gouging. Somebody's gouging. Yeah. So, but that's the myfloridacfo.com. The American Red Cross is redcross.org. And, of course, if you need to reach Marion County, it's marioncountyfl.org. So that's a rundown on all the places that you need to adhere to or turn to in the case of an emergency. I can't, you know, every time I turn around, something pops up about this golf tournament in Saudi Arabia. I'm just, my feelings on this whole thing, and I'm going to say it right now, folks, is, are there atrocities that go on in Saudi Arabia to women and people who don't believe the religious, hard religious rules of that country? Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But you think that those kind of atrocities don't go in places like China, where slavery is still a real thing? And yet we play golf tournaments. The PGA Tour goes and plays golf tournaments in China with no problem. The LPGA goes there and plays a lot of tournaments in China. No problem. So is your problem really the atrocities and the social injustices and the abuse that women and all take in Saudi Arabia? Or is your problem really you just don't like an upstart league throwing more money at their players and ability to get players off your tour than you can do? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you just want to take your ball and go home. And you're using the excuse of what happens, the atrocities that go on in Saudi Arabia. Because you don't seem to care about the atrocities going on in China at all. You don't seem to care about the way women have, even though they have rights in the United Arab Emirates, they don't have the same rights men do. You don't seem to have a problem with that at all. You don't seem to have a problem. You go to some of these nice golf courses in Africa when you play on the European tour and everything. They got these millions and millions of dollars worth of golf courses in Africa in countries where people are dying of starvation. You don't seem to have a problem with that at all. Yet you got a problem with this league because they got enough money they can compete against you. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, and it's, it's different. It's different. It's not the norm. It's not what everybody's used to.
No, because nobody's ever thrown this kind of money at a golf tournament before.
Yeah.
There's never been a 20. The closest it comes is the FedEx Cup, and that's a 4-tournament deal where you win $15 million if you win it.
Yeah.
The first tournament in London is going to have a $25 million prize pool. The first tournament. Yeah. So it sounds like to me the PGA has a little sour grapes, if you want to ask me.
The LPGA used to have a tournament and it was held, wasn't it at Trump? Was it Trump International? Anyway, and they used to pay $1 million to the winner.
To the winner. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that ended somehow.
Yeah. Well, we can get into that discussion about, TV rights and why they don't make as much money. But,
they tried for a little bit.
The PGA, the PGA's upset that the Saudis just threw money at it and were able to compete with them right away.
Money talks.
It certainly does. And never mind. I won't finish that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. You're listening to Ocala Talks on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Quote, there is no dispute that FBI agents in 2015 knew that Larry Nassar was accused of molesting gymnasts, but they failed to act, leaving him free to continue to target young women and girls for more than a year. It's time for the FBI to be held accountable. That quote from Maggie Nichols. Former Olympic gymnasts, including gold medalist Simone Biles, are among dozens of assault victims who are seeking more than $1 billion from the FBI for failing to stop sports doctor Larry Nassar when they had the chance. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen suggested the Biden administration is out of options to lower gas prices in America. While testifying before the Senate Finance Committee Tuesday, she continued to lay the blame on events outside of the United States.
Well, prices are very high, in part importantly because of Russia's war on Ukraine.
USA Radio News.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest-rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Hey, do you know there's an Italian bakery in Ocala? Well, there is. It's the Magnolia Italian Bakery, where you can get the best Italian specialties. We have Italian and New York cheesecakes, fresh-made cannolis, cream puffs, eclairs, and even custom and gourmet cakes. We even serve hot and cold lunch daily. I suggest you try the Italian special #3. We even cater big and small events. So call ahead, 352-207-2667. Visit the Magnolia Italian Bakery. Manja. God bless.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Nirvana, Ocala's premier medical spa, is leading the way in great skin with all the newest in treatment options, offering prejuvenation for younger clients and rejuvenation for all ages. Nirvana knows you want to look your very best. We want you to look like you, just better, brighter and younger, with all the newest and best in technology and all in the most beautiful surroundings. Like Nirvana Medical Spa on Facebook and find them on the web at nirvanamedicalspa.com. Become a better, brighter and younger you.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Things are heating up at Blockers Furniture in Ocala. Hot deals and summertime savings in every department. Their over 80,000 square foot showroom is full of savings like queen storage bed dresser and mirror sets starting as low as $19 per month. Sofas starting as low as $13 per month. And all Palliser furniture is 25% off. And outdoor furniture too, 25% off. And the mattress gallery has mattresses starting as low as $3.99. See Blockers for full offer details. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala. Online at blockersfurniture.com.
Do you suffer from joint pain or anxiety? Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava can help. Our CBD certified associates will consult with you. Chocolate, gummies, CBD oil. We have Delta 8 products with quality you can trust, all held to the highest standard. Natural Life has 2 locations to serve you, open 7 days a week, located in the S-Curve and in the Heathbrook Shopping Plaza. Give them a call at 352-355-3040. And if you stop in and tell them you heard it on WOCA, you'll receive 10% off your entire purchase.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Yesterday we told you that the county commissioners were going to vote on and talk about sending a letter to the state to request swimming at Silver Springs. I've gotten quite a few emails that say that's a good idea. I did, however, get one email that said it would ruin the springs as we know it, and I want to address that email. They said introducing humans into the equation would ruin the springs as we know it. I say to you, women's last time you were at the Springs. I was at the Springs within the last 6 months on a glass water boat tour. Humans are not the problem at Silver Springs. Invasive grass, milfoil grass and stuff. The invasive species of tilapia that are eating everything else there. Those are bigger problems than whether you get toddlers peeing in the water. That's what she listed. The lady listed, she goes, I don't want toddlers peeing in the springs. There's already enough damage going on in the springs. I don't think the introduction of people swimming in the springs are going to hurt the springs as much as you're trying to allude to, because right now the springs have invasive animals in it that are causing much more damage. And if you don't think people already swim in the springs, you don't think a kayaker has to swim if the kayak turns over a thing, they don't have to get out of the water and swim back to the kayak? Happens all the time. This is going to be a roped off area that is designated for recreational swimming and play. It's not the whole springs. It'll be a designated area. There are a lot bigger problems at the springs with runoff of pesticides that are used in the ground, with runoff of fertilizer that's used in the ground, with septic tank issues out in that area and all. Those are much bigger issues than whether people can swim in the springs or not. The springs need to be given back to the people so they can use them for their enjoyment. Period. And the state right now uses it as a tree hugger haven where everything gets overgrown and nothing gets cut back and nothing gets dealt with. And these invasive fish are allowed to just wreak havoc all over the place. And the county commission saying, hey, if you're going to wreak havoc with that, let's try to enjoy the spring some. I have no problem with that. And if you have a problem with that, move to Russia. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Hugh.
Morning, Hugh.
Say, I really feel very strongly how you feel about the springs. I would love to see the swimming come back, although I came down here in '95 and it had already been quit. I mean, they stopped it, you know.
Yeah,
but,
you came down when they had the zoo and everything there.
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful. It was not only a place for us to visit, but when I had company come down in the middle of winter, they were just so happy to go see the animals and the glass-bottom boat.
And the great
whole
concerts.
Yeah. All the concert series, I really, really miss that. I've seen so many country western singers, Mickey Rooney. I mean, I just can go on and on.
We got to see Glenn Campbell a few months before he passed away.
Exactly, I was there too. Yeah, I mean, it was just it's a shame that has all ended. It was such a wonderful thing, you know. And it brought in so many people. I mean, they would get 15,000, 20,000 people for those concerts, and it was just unbelievable, you know. And it was inexpensive, and yet it was just a wonderful, wonderful thing. You know, I wanted to say something real quick about kids peeing in the springs there. During the Civil War, didn't the soldiers clean their wounds up with urine?
Yes.
They did.
There's a famous movie, Dodgeball, a true underdog story, that when they ask him, he goes, "It's sterile, and I like the way it tastes." Your urine is sterile. It's run through your kidneys and all, and it's sterile when it comes out. They use it right now. It is the preferred form if you get stung by a jellyfish or something to help with that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that lady has to realize that urine is not going to be spoiling the springs or anything else, because actually, in reality, it's probably a very valuable thing.
It quite possibly could be. Thanks for the call, Hugh.
Okay, take care, buddy.
You know, I was told a long time ago, when your show devolves from talking about potty, it's not a good show. So, but yeah, she was upset about the springs, doesn't want swimming in the springs, but you're probably the same woman that doesn't want kayaking in the springs. You don't want paddle boarding in the springs. You don't want the glass bottom boats in the spring.
The thing that I don't like, and it happens in Rainbow Springs, is
which
litter.
Is out where you live.
Yeah, which is a lot of litter.
Yeah, people that are scumbags and throw
beer
their plastic bottles and their beer cans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so that's one of the things my biggest concern.
That's one of the things we're addressing on the litter task force, is that people don't realize, you know, it's very easy sell to say if you throw a bottle out of your car, that's littering. But people, you know, and I saw this the other day on the golf course, and I'm like, that moron, well, why would he do that? Some guy let his wrapper fly out of his golf cart.
Yeah.
He stopped, and he went, and just kept driving on. Yeah.
What?
And I'm like,
I'm the person that picks it up.
I took it to him. I took it to him.
Good for you.
I pick it up and take it to him.
That's awesome.
So, but people will, you know, finish a bottle of water while they're floating down the Rainbow Springs and just put the bottle in the water. And
yeah.
Oh, look, it's floating faster than we are. They just littered too.
Yeah.
But they don't think about that. And we're addressing that with the litter task force. But you're right. That is the only concern I have about human intrusion into springs is, are they smart enough not to litter?
Yeah. That would be my biggest concern.
Because swimming helps. I mean, it brings more people to that state park and everything. I don't see the rationale behind not liking swimming at Silver Springs. I just don't. I don't see the rationale in it at all. Hey, speaking of no rationale.
Oh boy.
Usually Dumb Crook News is on Friday, but this guy's so idiotic I got to talk about him today.
Okay.
Brevard County, a guy walked away from the Department of Corrections inmate, walked away from a Bridges work release program last night about 9 p.m., cut off his electric monitor, and disappeared. Update, they found him this morning. He's back in custody. But that's not why I think the guy's a moron. An idiot to the nth degree. If you walk away and you're now going to face escape charges and everything, which can carry, I think, 5 or 10 years, somewhere around there, is what it's mandatory. I think it's 5 years, 10 years, something like that. That if you escape and then they bring you back, you get it, that gets tacked on. It's automatic almost. So you'd think for somebody to risk getting 10 years or 5 years, 10 years added on, they probably looking at 15, 20 years in prison, and they are older, so they didn't think their life, they'd probably die in prison or something, so they took a chance. Right. Isn't that what you logically would think when you hear a story like this?
Yeah, let me guess. He only had like a month.
No, not quite that little, but Gregory Mountcastle, who's 32, he was 6 months in to a 2-year sentence for driving recklessly and eluding police in a suspended license.
So he'd get out when he was
34
and a half.
33, 34, 33 and a half, 34. Another 18 months. Now he's looking at 5 to 10. I don't know what the mandatory is, but now he's looking at least another 5 years.
Tacked on more years than he started with.
on the 18 months. And I'm sure they're not just going to charge you with escape. There's going to be some other charges they charge you with. How dumb you got to be?
Yeah, that's pretty.
You got 18 months to go on a 2-year sentence.
Yeah, just sit there and, do your
And they
do
got
your
you on work release, so it's not like you're sitting in the prison staring at 4 walls.
Right.
You actually have something to occupy your time.
Yeah.
And I would expect, if he was like 12, 2 years would be like an eternity. But when you're 32,
yeah, that's
2 years is a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It may not seem like it at the time, but it truly is.
Well,
how dumb you got to be just to, I think today I'll just walk away because they won't find me. Oh, yeah, they found you within 12 hours.
Here's my question. How do you just walk away from work release? That's my question,
Well,
too.
because some of the work release, you're not supervised by a corrections officer. You may be supervised by a city worker or a county worker.
Gotcha.
And if they take a phone call or something, it can happen.
Yeah, because he wasn't like a violent.
Not that I know anything about prison or work release
of
or
course
anything
not.
like that. No. Not with my wonderful background. Not that I would know anything about that. But you got to be a special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
To want to gamble 5 to 10 years extra of lockup because you got to do 18 more months.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming any time in jail is
That's
bad
why.
time.
That's why this isn't dumb crook news. This is stupid crook news.
Pretty bad.
Because this guy was stupid. But Brevard County has him back under. He's back. He's back in custody now, and the threat is over. Although he never been convicted of violent crimes, he does have a lengthy rap sheet, but it's always public intoxication, driving on a suspended license, stuff like that. And finally, the judge got fed up with it was his 5th time in the court for driving on a suspended license. So the judge sent him to prison for 2 years, thinking that might teach him.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. I just, man, that 18 months, pal. Now you're looking at least 6.5 years. God. At least that now.
Ugh.
Yeah. You went from 18 months to 78 months at least.
Right. Yeah. And even that doesn't, you can't even make it sound good by saying in months.
You went from the teens to 10 years past retirement age in years. In months. That's what you did. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up a Wednesday edition of Ocala Talks. You listen to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hey folks, that gigantic 70th anniversary celebration at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens is still rolling along. This week, the super deal is on azaleas. This week, the world's best azaleas are a genuine super value. These beauties are just $7 each when you buy 10 or more. And here's the price on yellow knockout roses you may not believe. Gorgeous yellow knockout roses, regularly $22.99. They're half price, just $11.50 each. And then there's the fruit sale, where practically everything is buy one, get one free, starting with blueberries, all the way up to fig and banana and olive and chestnut, passion fruit, and many more. All on BOGO this week at Bob Wine's. Come celebrate with us daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, keeping Ocala in bloom for 70 years.
You don't get to be the league's all-time leading rusher without feeling some pain.
Pro football legend Emmitt Smith knows joint pain, and he also knows the old treatments aren't the only treatments. Today, there's a natural alternative to drugs and surgery. It's biologic therapies from QC Kinetics.
I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself.
Do you have pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, lower back? Want to get your life back? The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics can help.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain.
Don't put it off. Call QC Kinetics. Restorative, regenerative solutions with no downtime and lasting results.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love. There's a new natural solution that patients are raving about.
QC Kinetics.
Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics. 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. QC Kinetics. 400-4550.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club-style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me?